Hey, YouTube.
Hi.
Welcome.
Hi.
It's Sunday. It's a
It
morning
is.
after music show.
It is.
We're doing a modern or contemporary album, 2022 release. This is Billy Talent Day. Okay, Billy Talent, Crisis of Faith. Pretty solid album. I really liked it. Cody really liked it. Brett probably didn't.
Hey, I've been the happy one this whole year so far. Okay,
That is true. That is true.
You've been the bitchy one. Oh,
That's not a bad word.
okay.
That's not a bad word. It's just a little doggy. Okay. But hey, it's a new day, a new video, and a new review, and we're gonna get into it. But before we do jump in, make sure you I don't know what script I'm reading off of here. Make sure you subscribe.
I'm laughing at Brett.
Yeah.
Okay, good. All right, good. Make sure that you subscribe down below. Hit the thumbs up, thumbs down if they still exist. I don't really care. And make sure you come over to the Twitch.
That's true.
Because we're doing some great stuff over here. A lot of people are hanging out in chat now. It's a good time. It's a good vibe, right? We also do some gaming stuff in between these shows. It'd be great to hang out there. And then support.
Yeah, not to brag, but sometimes we have double digits.
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
Wow. Not to be.
Sometimes.
Some say we hit double digits.
Right.
Wow.
So come over there. Follow us there. Subscribe if you'd like. Hit the bell. Do the things.
And if you're
yeah, we
listening
also
on Spotify, hello,
Right.
or Apple Music or wherever, rate us 5 stars. It changes nothing in your life. You don't even have to believe it. Just rate it 5 stars, please, for the love
Right.
of God. Someone might like it, if not you. So please, I don't know.
Right. We're pushing
Yes.
into quarter one's about to end. Quarter two's about to start in April. And we have some goals we'd like to hit. Come make our dreams come true.
Hold on, about to
Come
start.
make
It's February.
We
still got 2 months.
we got
What are you talking
we got 1 month. 1 month.
What?
A month. February
March
doesn't
exists.
exist.
But March
No, it
does.
does not. No, it doesn't.
What is happening?
Anyway, we're in the middle. Sorry, then. All right, we're in the middle of quarter one, and we have goals we want to hit before we go into quarter two. How about that? Is that better for you? Huh? Is that better for you, Cody?
Well,
Huh?
technically,
Time wizard?
yeah, quarter one does
Motherfucker.
start April 1st, or quarter two does.
Yeah.
So we only have a month and a half.
Yeah.
-ish.
Okay.
See yourself out. Me and Brett are doing this show.
Okay.
Will you please send me the notes?
It's on one of the 12 docs that we have.
right. So do the things, please, viewers. And without further ado, take it away, Cody.
Cool, I'm taking it. I just shocked myself on my microphone, but I'm not too worried about that.
Hell yeah, brother.
Yeah, so let's start off with the question of the day. Now, Billy Talent, they're from the Great White North.
Yeah.
Named that because of all the snow and because of maybe some racism. Who knows?
That was good.
So, what's your guys' favorite Canadian punk band? Now, Brett, as you mentioned earlier before we were on YouTube, Wikipedia, where I got some examples from, had a very wide array
broad.
of what qualified as
It's very
punk.
broad.
Yeah,
I
it's
did go
whoever
into
has a
this-
guitar. Yeah.
It's whoever has a guitar and was born above
Right.
Michigan.
Right.
So, yeah, Canadian punk bands.
Yeah.
Who's your favorite? Who wants to go first?
Oh, it's abandoning all ships, dude.
Perfect. They're from Canada.
Okay. Yeah, maybe if we look at it a little broad, not punk. If you can consider it. Simple Plans from Canada, right?
Yeah.
They
Pop
did a
punk?
Scooby-Doo song.
That's
Okay,
pop punk.
punk.
That makes sense. Makes sense.
Clearly
Some
Billy
41.
Talent.
Some 41
Is a-
makes
Some
sense.
41. That's a little closer to the punk thing.
Yeah.
Silverstein.
Propaganda.
Avril Lavigne.
Those. Nickelback.
Okay. Oh yeah, the Nickelbacks.
Nickelback.
Rush?
That's not where even.
Rush, anyone?
Rush.
That's punk. They got
Right.
guitars.
They got punk songs. They got guitars, right?
Can't understand it.
Um,
Sometimes it works.
I don't know. I think for me personally, the best band ever to come out of the Great White North is Silverstein. I know that's not a punk band per se,
Sure.
or emo, screamo,
Sure it
but
is.
whatever. They got guitars too.
Yeah.
Okay. That's my
They
favorite.
hate something.
Yeah, they scream.
Yeah.
And they yell.
Yeah, they yell.
Yeah. And they're sad.
Some two-step going on. Some punk beats.
Yeah.
Since you're going with Silverstein, I'm gonna have to go with Sum 41.
Okay.
That's closer to punk for sure.
Yeah. I like
All
those guys a lot.
I'm gonna go with Alexis on Fire and Protest the Hero.
There you go. Yeah, punk bands.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Alexis on Fire, another band that would
I
sit
think
more
on the
so.
punk tree, they're on it.
They're
Yeah.
closer. I just
Yeah,
love how Wikipedia can sometimes just be like spot on and be like, yeah, I get this. And then
Well, no, it was
sometimes
the same thing. When we were doing the Trivium album, it was the same thing. Cody, you sent me a document. It's like, does these bands look like they're similar to Trivium? And all bands that went RAR, like every single one of them.
Yeah.
It's like, true. That's the same, right?
Yeah.
there is a breakdown in that one at some point. Yes.
Were you a metal band, maybe on the radio, maybe on Fuse in America in the early 2000s? Then yes.
Yes.
You're on this list.
True.
But yeah,
But anyway,
okay.
good stuff from
Oh,
Canada. Good stuff.
Cool. Yeah, plenty of bands. Shout out to Skinny Puppy. They're not punk, but they were some reason on the list, and I like Skinny Puppy. So,
Yeah.
boom,
Surprised nobody
boom.
said
Let's-
Spirit Box.
Yeah, Spirit Box as
Yeah,
well.
Spirit Box. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Not punk.
No.
so Billy Talent, Crisis of
Mhm.
Faith. This
Yes.
is surprisingly their 6th studio album. It's been 6 years since their last release. It was it came out on January 21st, 2022. Has 10 tracks at 36 minutes and 42 seconds. Not long. The performers on this record were Ben Kowalewski on the lead vocals, Ian Dissa on the guitar and backing vocals, John Gallant, there's one I know how to pronounce, on the bass and backing vocals, and Jordan Hastings on the drums. The producers were, as always, Ian Dissa, the guitarist. He's done all their albums. And Chris Lord Alge did the mixing. He's also worked with Prince, Green Day, and James Brown.
Wow.
Wow.
Yep.
The features on this album on Forgiveness 1 and 2, Dennis Pasley of Arcles was the saxophone player. And
Nice.
Okay.
of course, on End of Me, Rivers Cuomo of Weezer on vocals. The singles for it were Reckless Paradise, I Beg to Differ, and End of Me.
Mhm.
And yeah, so I wanted to look into the history more of Billy Talent because me, like most people, only knew them as the Fallen Leaves guys. You know, and little town. Yeah, that guy. Which I love.
Or,
I love
or
that
Canadian Green Day. Canadian Green Day. Is how
Yeah, that's how I
Okay.
saw. Yeah.
that's what I saw.
song.
Yeah.
But they've been around for a long time. They formed all the way back in '93, originally under the name Pez. And there have been no lineup changes besides the actual drummer of the band, Aaron Solowonic. They have weird last names. I don't even know. Aaron S., who's been on hiatus due to having MS, funnily enough. Since the previous album, called Afraid of Heights, he confirmed the MS diagnosis all the way back in 2006. He first got diagnosed in 1999, and the song from their debut album, This Is How It Goes, is about him dealing with MS. Jordan Hastings, you might know him. The guy who actually did the drummer. Would you like to know which band he's a part of?
Tell me.
Yes, I know.
You know. Okay. Alexis on Fire.
Right.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Solid.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, that's
That's
cool.
pretty
Yeah.
cool. I saw that and I was like, well, huh? Really? That's crazy. And then
Yeah.
it turns out Ian, the guitarist, is apparently known to just show up at random Alexis on Fire shows to do guest vocals. He just shows up and does vocals with them sometimes. That's pretty
that's cool.
They're
Yeah.
like best friends. Apparently
right,
everyone in Canada loves these guys. You know, they're good friends with everybody. And he also once joined Sum 41 as a guest guitarist for their encore song "Pain for Pleasure."
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
they
it's
are
like all
well
the-
respected.
Yeah, all the Canadian punk bands are all friends with each other. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. So the band changed their name from Pez after receiving documents proving an American band with the same name had international naming rights for Pez since '89. Not the company, as you might think, but whatever. And the name Billy Talent was inspired by the guitarist Billy Talent with 2 L's from Michael Turner's novel Hardcore Logo, leading many to often mistaken Ben, the lead singer, his name being Billy. So
Nice.
Anyway, on to
You
this
see that
album.
shit?
Yep.
Ben
Goodbye.
said that we wanted to release songs individually as they were done, and then eventually put them all together. But then the world fucking shut down.
True.
The album was originally scheduled for a summer 2020 release, and Ian said that there were a lot of starting and stopping of the process due to the pandemic, and he lost his mom in the May of 2020 and needed time away from the band to spend with family. The process would pick back up and stop again in the peak waves of the Rona. Forgiveness 1 and 2 were first released on November 26, 2019. All the way back. Fuck it, that's a long time ago now. And it's also the band's longest song to date. It was the first song the band wrote for the album.
Yep.
Nice.
Reckless Paradise was released as the actual first single on January 24th, 2020, reaching #1 in Canada. On April 3rd in 2020, the band released I Beg to Differ as an unexpected single in a hopeful yet bittersweet response to the delays and cancellations of shows due to COVID, as well as a crisis hotline for fans in need of moral support. It also peaked at #1 in Canada. And then after almost being completely inactive on social media for an entire year, they dropped End of Me on September 10th, 2021, with an official announcement of the album and release date. This song also reached #1 in Canada, making every promo single for Crisis of Faith a #1 hit, which is the band's most successful rollout of singles in their career. They killed it. Now, despite this, the album itself only peaked at #8 in Canada, but it did peak at #1 in both Germany, in German and Swiss charts, and #3 in the UK rock and metal charts. Spoiler alert for later, when I was looking at reviews for the YouTube part, a lot of German channels came up. Apparently, these guys are pretty huge in Germany, so that's pretty.
They play like Rock Am Ring a lot and stuff.
Oh
like
yeah,
that.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Oh, they're big fans over there. The orchestra on The Wolf was actually conducted by David Campbell, aka Beck's dad, in Nashville. While he was also in LA, so he was conducting the orchestra in Nashville from LA, while the engineer Eric Ratz and Ian oversaw the whole thing from Toronto. So that must have been a nightmare to set up, knowing how hard it is to get us all working.
I know.
Without any issues.
Yeah.
Think about the lag, bro. The
Oh my
lag.
God.
Well, they probably have paid for
The switchers and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, the nice things.
They're using private servers, not Discord.
True.
Yeah. The band said
One day,
that-
boys. One day.
One day. You at home, you could help. Just sub on Twitch with Prime. Hey, it's free. Give us your Jeff Bezos money. Now, the band said having Rivers Cuomo on End of Me was a full circle moment for them, being such big fans of Weezer since the Blue album. The demo for the song was actually called Hendrix plus Weezer, so it only felt right to ask Rivers to sing on it. Their manager knew him, so they sent the track over. They didn't hear anything for about 8 weeks, and then all of a sudden in their emails was his verse on it.
Nice.
So that was pretty cool.
Amazing.
Ben said that on Reckless Paradise, it was supposed to be way beyond politics at this point. It's about decency. We've been blinded and misled down some road to put too much weight into things that aren't worth it. It's not about right. It's not about left. It's about growing up. It was also written in part about the I put Shady Hook shootings, but Sandy Hook, right? Sandy Hook shootings.
Sandy Hook, yes.
Yeah, Sandy Hook.
And this happening over and over again, and also about climate change, specifically the Australian wildfires. Remember those?
Yep.
Yeah.
Right, you remember talking to someone from New Zealand and asking how things were over there during that? And they're
During
like,
that
well,
fun stream?
the sky's orange, and that's a little weird.
So Africa was flooding at the same exact time. It was very cool.
And in Iceland, wasn't there a volcano? It was
Volcano.
Yeah.
Right. It was a weird time.
It was a weird time.
That was the start of our multiverse.
Almost. A sign of things to come, someone said. Corona happened right after.
Right.
The Wolf is about terminal illness and the loss and grief that comes with it, specifically about Gord Downie, the frontman for legendary Canadian band The Tragically Hip, who passed in October 17, 2017. And interestingly enough, there we go, words, as much of a third of Canadians tuned in to watch the Tragically Hip's final concert live on national TV. So, big band up there, Tragically Hip. Reactor was written during the
Canadian
height
Black
of...
Bros.
Yeah?
Yep.
Okay. Reactor was written during the height of the BLM movement, and the verses are a commentary on the rise of nationalism and everything Trump was/is doing, with the chorus being about how to combat it. The opening line of Judge is directed completely at Trump, with Black Flag being a main inspiration. And finally, For You was the last song written for the album, and is about true love, part of it being a new father from Ben, and part of it being a tribute for Ian's mother. There we go.
Right. Very solid breakdown.
There's your solid. Thank you. Now, let's get into our thoughts and feelings.
Yes, Cody, it was your album. Would you like to go first?
I love it. Thanks. I haven't talked enough yet.
Yeah, right.
I can take it off your hands.
It's always weird when it's my turn, because I like making the person who choose the album be the one to start us off. But when it's me, I already just talked a bunch.
Yeah.
So I do love the fact that this album starts super proggy with Forgiveness. I feel like it is one part Rush, one part Pink Floyd, and I love the sax solo in it. Thought that sounded really good. It really kicks the album off well and gets you hyped for the rest of it. I love that they aren't afraid to touch on politics and real issues. And I love Beg to Differ, because it's so hopeful and melancholy.
I know.
Especially knowing that
if you're an emo too, if you're an emo kid, you're an emo millennial, you feel that one. You feel it.
Yep.
And also the fact that, they put it out in response to, shows being canceled. I thought that was a really nice touch from them. Hanging out with all the wrong people, I thought was a very fantastic Cake and Strokes vibe to it. And it feels very reminiscent of the theatrics of Fallen Leaves and Panic at the Disco a little bit. I really love that one too. I do think the album is a little short though. In light of how rough the recording process was, though, it's understandable. And I hope that we do see some sort of like a B-side release or like a new album sooner than 6 years, perhaps.
True.
And yeah, the harmonies were on point throughout the album, because that's kind of their thing, so that makes sense. I would hope so. And overall, really dig it. And I was surprised because, again, these were just the Fallen Leaves guys. Canadian Green Day. I had no expectations of where we would sit. It was just, well, we got this or Comeback Kid. And then I heard Reckless Paradise, and I'm like, all right, let's listen to this. Let's fucking give it a go and see how we like it. And apparently they have a huge fan base.
Yeah.
The No Wrench guy that we were talking to last night, Brett, he's a fan of them.
Oh, yeah?
Remember you haven't played
bassist,
couple
yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Who wants to go next?
Brett, you want to sit in the middle on that?
Yeah, I'll do that. Yeah. I don't know. I listened to it a few times. I liked it. I keep hearing in the vocals, I keep hearing a mix of Billy Joe and the dude from Avatar. It's just like,
okay.
Like his kind of whiny hides. To me, they sound a lot like Avatar. And I don't know. It was cool. It was fun. Nothing really stood out to me too much on this. I do like Reckless Paradise a lot. That was a fun song. I like a lot of these songs. They're just, they're there. I don't think I'll go out of my way for this again, but it was a fun listen. But yeah, I don't really have too much to say for this one. It was just cool. That's about it.
This is an average album for you, Brett. Just an average.
Yeah,
release.
It was fun. It was nice. I just don't have much to say.
True. True.
You know what? If I may predict, you're probably going to be in line with the average of the internet.
No
True.
way.
Okay, so I, on the other hand, I really like this. This was really fun. I feel like for the first time this year, I actually went back to this album a couple times, just not for research, not for building the show or anything. I was just like, I just want to listen to it. And I even created, I have a bunch of playlists on Spotify for my own stuff, like my own listening and Jen's listening. I threw that shit in there too. I was like, there's a lot of cool songs on here. I will say that from your breakdown, Cody, of like how this album came to be, because if it's shit started in 2019 and then just kind of finally closed, it feels a little disjointed in that way. Like you can kind of tell that they're like, okay, I wrote this style of song, and then it's like, what are you doing a year and a half later? It's like that's what it kind of feels like, is like there's a weird gap in style, because they probably got different influences during that time. They probably had different inspirations over the time. It wasn't just a sit down session, let's build this thing in a couple months and release the album. You can tell it was done. Not saying it's bad, but you can tell it was done, in a span of time.
Well, yeah, you got one song talking about the Australian wildfires next to a song talking about the start of the Black Lives Matter movement. Do you know how long ago that feels?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah,
It's
I know.
like a decade ago.
And I feel like like you said, the first track, Forgiveness 1 and 2, I didn't like it at first. I was like, man, this is a weird intro, because I heard Reckless Paradise first. Out of any Billy Talent song recently, for that single, it's like, Reckless Paradise, is that what this rest of this album's? And you hear Forgiveness 1 and 2, and it's like, this is I don't like it, right? Get to Reckless Paradise, I'm digging it. I Beg to Differ, super digging it. And then I went back and listened again after a couple listen throughs. Forgiveness 1 and 2, that's a banger. That's some good shit, right? I like it a lot.
It was just okay. Like, okay. I definitely did the same thing. The first time I listened to it, I didn't like it, and then second, third time, I was like, okay, all right.
Yeah, it got better for sure. But then, because I needed to listen to the album again straight through, I Beg to Differ stuck out to me hard. I really liked it. Reactor, awesome jam. What a great song.
Yeah, it's a good one.
I don't like Hanging Out with All the Wrong People too much. Yeah, I don't feel it fits with this album. It's a good song by itself. It's interesting and different, but I don't think it fits tonally with what's going on here. And I felt the same thing having the closer of the song the album be For You. Why are we listening to Yacht Rock ABBA? Like, what? It's so weird. I don't understand.
Yeah, it's Kingdom Hearts.
It's such a weird,
it's
strange
Kingdom Hearts.
fucking song. God, it's just so strange, and I don't like it. But I listen to it and I like it, and I know the words to it, and I don't know why I know like the track very much. But One Less Problem and I Beg to Differ are probably my two favorite tracks on the entire album.
Okay.
For me.
That's cool.
But yeah, that's my breakdown. Like I said, it's not bad. It's a great album, and it's probably my highest score this year so far.
Okay.
But it could have been better, like you said. Could have been a little longer. Maybe I could have had.
That just went great.
So majestic.
That went great.
I know.
With this.
It would have been nice to have two more songs. I think would have rounded that off better, and I think maybe waiting for a B-side to hear Hanging Out with All the Wrong People, because I think it's so different to all the rest of the album. But other than that, solid album for me, above average.
Okay, that's fair.
Thanks,
Music's
man.
legit.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
We got classy, chat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anywho, all right.
It's the main theme song from 3.
Oh, okay. But where's Luke Holland?
He's
he's
back
the drums,
there.
bro.
He's back there somewhere.
Okay. We'll skip this before we get muted, because Disney will kill us.
Why is it on the list then?
I don't know. Who knows? Okay. All right. Well, welcome to View, Skewed, and Review,
So
the
much
podcast within a podcast.
Within a podcast.
Where I scour the internet for the most up-to-date and complete average of these album reviews. My name is Cody. I'm the host of this show, along with, as always, my two contestants to guess what is right, Brett and Josh. See if they can guess the average at the end of this. Ahem. There's a bunch, as always. This hole is deep. Like your mom. All Music gave it a 7. It's a good mood today. Classic Rock Mag also gave it a 7. Kerrang gave it an 8. Buttnick gave it a 5.2. We're going all over the place, by the way. Metacritic 7.8. Under the Radar 7. Louder Sound 7. Distorted Sound 5. Rate Your Music 5.72. Ghost Cult Mag 7. The Soundboard Reviews a 9. Boolin Tunes gave it a 6, as did Fuzzy Skunk.
Fucking Boolin Tubes.
Something called Fuzzy
Year?
Skunk?
Fuzzy Skunk, you heard me right. You didn't
Okay.
Didn't ask.
Hey.
Yes, you did.
Hey.
Album of the Year. Give it a 6.2. Flyctory. Like Fly and Factory. I don't know. I didn't come up with the names, man. 8.8. Maximum Volume Music. Give it an 8. Noise.co.uk. Gave it a 7. Ultimate Guitar gave it a 7.9. And Richer Sounds gave it a 6. Now into our YouTube contemporaries. Hello, these other channels. Go check them out. Go tell them we talked about them. And maybe, just maybe, we'll make friends. Jared Poirier gave it a 6. I don't know how to say your name. Sorry. Rock Squad gave it an 8. Chris Norwood gave it a 9. Media Mentality gave it a 6.75. Music Monday gave it an 8. And finally, Dusty Oregon gave it a 5.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. So, gentlemen.
Dumbass names.
Yeah, hey, you know what? I'm not saying anything.
I already did. It's fine.
Where do you rank these reviews?
Those are all over the place.
Yeah.
They're
it's
so
hard.
all over the place. But I feel like the ones, it's not so separated. Like, it's not like a 2 and a 10. You know, I feel like it's our little closer.
Was it 5 and 7's majority?
That's what it seemed like. What?
Yeah.
That's what I feel like. Maybe with a couple of those 8s sitting
A lot
there
of
helping out.
sixes.
Let's say 6.8 then.
Okay,
Okay.
6.8.
Yep.
Josh, what about you?
7.2.
God, you guys are always so close. It's actually a 7 on the dot.
Damn.
Oh,
Right in the middle.
nice.
Technically, it was a 6.9748. I just rounded it up,
Okay, that's fair.
Okay.
as always.
So-
But 7
So
on
Brett,
the
you're
dot.
closer.
Damn. Yeah, I win.
You win
this one.
prices
Yeah.
right. You win prices right.
Price is right
Okay.
rules.
Ba,
Hell
ba,
yeah.
ba, ba, da.
Oh, cool.
Okay, well, let's enough about them. Let's talk about us. Me. I don't know. I guess I'll start because it was my album.
Yes.
Okay, so like this album a lot. Again, as always, probably going to be the most positive. Sorry, not sorry. Songwriting and lyrics, I gave it a 8.3. I really liked it. Maybe
Same.
it got bumped up a little bit because I was surprised how much I liked it. I was surprised that they were talking about real stuff as opposed to just random emo things. It didn't feel empty. I felt like there was substance in the lyrics and stuff. So that was cool. Musicianship got an 8.5. Pretty much everything I just said. Wasn't, again, expecting them to go proggy. Wasn't expecting to feel some Pink Floyd vibes in that first opening track. So just listen to them like, what's going on here? This is different. Production, give it an 8.9. I think it's very solid. I think it's very good. I think Ian did a great job. And the fact that, you know, we're finding more and more that when the guitarist of the band, like Lee McKinney, or like who's the guy who did Fit for an Autopsy last week?
Yes.
He does everybody. Will Putney. When the guitarist is the main producer for all the band's albums, they all consistently sound better and better and good. So it's cool. Originality and memorability. Originality got a 7.8. It is just Canadian Green Day. I will say that. And memorability, I gave it an 8 because I have been singing these songs to myself. They're very catchy. I like them.
Nice.
Yes. Yeah, actually, when we were Brett and I were talking about the originality of this band, like how do you rate this? Because at one turn it's just a punk, right? It's like that's not original. That's just fucking everybody does that, right? But then it's like, but these guys are originators.
Yeah,
Right,
like they're
so
they're the actual OGs.
Right. So because they are like that, you have to give them a little bit. You know, it's like without them, we wouldn't have all the other shit. You know, so that was kind of where we were sitting with that when we were breaking that down. But overall, Cody, I kind of was with you a little bit. I think lyrics and songwriting, I really did like the lyrics, and it because it reminded me of how Green Day tells stories in a easy, rhymey kind of simple way, but still got a point across. I dug it, and there's a lot of cool melodies and harmonies going on. Songwriting, 8.3 as well. Musicianship, I thought because they're not doing anything super techy, I can't give them anything over average, right? Like it's not musicianship like top tier stuff. It's just punk rock. So I just gave them an average right in the middle. And then production, I gave them an 8 there. I think some things could have been a little bit better. Maybe some things could have been tweaked, but overall, I think it was pretty solid. I liked what I heard. Originality, this is where we were talking about. I gave it 5. I gave them a bump up just because they were an original type band. And memorability, I gave them a 9 there because these lyrics are so damn catchy. It's been in my head just over and over and over again.
Yeah, that's a 9, huh?
Mm-hmm.
What did you give originality? You cut out for a second. I only heard 0.5.
I gave it 7.5. I hit them up a little bit from average because they are someone who created this kind of music.
More Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah, we are just on a Kingdom
Always,
Hearts
it's just me. I don't even like that game.
I know, it's my game, really.
I know.
Got 5,000 songs on this playlist, and
we've got 2 Kingdom Hearts intros. Wild.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Brett, what about you?
Yeah, I'll just go quickly. God, we've said everything about it already.
I know.
Songwriting, it was all right. You know, lyrics pretty good. Musicianship, I'm on the same page as Josh. You know, they didn't do anything crazy, so I'm not going to judge them high on that. Production was good. You know, it's not the great, you know, per se. You know, it sounded a little funny going from speakers to speakers. You know, so it is what it is. Originality, I was a little less lenient than Josh on that one. I gave it like a 6.5 because, you know, we've heard it before. I know that, you know, they're the OG guys. They were the ones that helped make it sound like this as a standard. But I've still heard this for 20 something years now, so it's 30 years with these guys.
Fair enough.
Fair enough. And then memorability, I do remember a lot of it, so I gave that fairly high. So we're doing the overall scores, right?
Yeah, we can start with yours.
Now we are. Okay.
Yeah, mine overall 7.3.
Ooh, okay.
Nice.
You know, average. It was average. It was a good album. I liked it.
Yeah.
Wow, you were slightly higher than the internet average. I was.
Yeah.
Really?
You internet.
Yeah.
They were 7.
Yeah. Nice. Okay. My score, mine was a little higher, but I didn't break 8. 7.96.
Oh wow.
So close. If they had another song that made me forget that Hanging Out with All the Wrong People was on this album, I probably would have given it a little higher.
Okay.
But I felt disjointed that it just was randomly in there. It doesn't fit.
That's fair. That's fair.
It's fair.
That's just me.
Yeah, that didn't bother me as much. I just thought it was a jam. But
yeah, it's a good song individually. It's just compositionally, it's strange.
It doesn't fit. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, listen, I mean, as you heard, the internet reviews of this was all over the place, and like a lot of the longtime fans, quote unquote, were the ones giving it the badder reviews, saying that they didn't like it as much, that waiting 6 years for this wasn't as good, and it makes me want to go back and re-listen to their other stuff because I'm like, all right, well, if the fans don't like it, well, half the fans, what am I missing?
Yeah, what are they comparing it to?
Yeah, or are they just being pretentious assholes to get views? You know what I mean?
Hey, we could do that as a retro. We could revisit and compare.
Yeah. I would love to actually listen to Billy Talent 2, the Fallen Leaves album. Anywho. Okay, well, I have the average locked in and loaded. Shall we join us on the Wall of Mosh?
Let's go.
Hey, there it is. Oh, it's scrolled down a little. Who's touching the dock?
I didn't touch it.
There we go.
Could be doing it.
Add in spaces and shit.
I don't know.
Okay.
All right, so there's 3 here.
There's 3 here.
Between which two do you boys believe?
What was it?
It is
So we
going.
have a 7.96, 7.3, and Cody, what was yours?
Oh yeah, I didn't give mine.
Yeah.
8.3. It came out to an 8.3.
Okay.
Oh. Ooh.
Oh, well, then it's gonna be second.
You think second?
Well, hold on.
I don't know.
An 8.3. Well, the two of you
'Cause it
outweigh
is-
the 3. So I'm gonna say second, but barely. I'm gonna say like a 7.69 just for the meme.
No, I think this could be, well, I don't know math, but I'd like it to be like 8.32. Like I want it to be 1 above, but I don't think that's math. But I also don't want to do the math. So I want it to be number 1.
It can't be higher if none of our scores are actually higher.
Sure.
I want it to be. I think, yeah, if it
That's fair.
truthfully,
That's fair.
like looking at it with a brain, right? It's definitely number 2. Where it
Okay.
falls, do you want to know where it falls for me?
No, let me just type it in because
Okay.
you're both correct. It is number 2. Oh
Yeah.
god damn it!
Yeah.
I did the same thing as last time. No, fuck off.
Oh God.
Jesus
There we
Christ.
go.
There we go. All right, Billy Talent with 1 L. Crisis of Faith. Where?
Faff.
Bath.
Come on, keyboard. Don't be copying Brett's.
Yeah, right.
All right. So
only
between
only one computer
8.3
can fuck up around here, all right?
Yeah. Between 8.31 and 7.67. That's a wide range.
I'm saying 6.9 still. 7.69
7.69. Okay.
for the meme.
Josh,
Okay.
what do you?
7.73.
All right, Josh, you are the closest.
Oh.
It's actually 7.85.
Oh. Okay.
Nice.
Okay.
Nice. Good
Solid.
job, Billy Talent.
Yeah, not bad.
Yeah.
Good job.
I'm cool with that.
Yeah. We're
Yeah,
gonna put
that's
it
good.
A little high, but I'm cool
7.8.
with it.
7.85. That would put it on the main list between Scion and Two Door Cinema Club.
Okay.
Yeah. Interesting, huh?
I don't know if I would do that. I don't know if I
Write down
would
our
put
scores,
that.
Cody. Write down our scores. Let's compare later.
I've been writing them down every week.
Okay. I think part of this was we've been listening to a lot of bad stuff. so like we listened to Fit for an Autopsy. I'll never listen. All right.
Yeah, like, but here's
Under Oath, they stopped making albums in 2011. And then like Lee McKinney, that's cool, but it was short and it was nice, but it's like, whatever. But it was better.
I think all of our scores
comparative.
are a little high, to be honest. Now that we've, it's been a few weeks.
It's funny, huh?
Yeah.
I think coming
Funny how
off
that
of
works.
Funny how that
such
works.
a different type of music going into Billy Talent might have been. That's why we're doing it higher, because it's like a fucking palate cleanse. Tired of listening to fucking deathcore all the goddamn time. We did Dexcore fucking last week. So like maybe that's why Billy Talent was like fresh. So maybe that's why it is where it is. But hey, it's week to week. God damn it.
Yep.
It's not universal.
These albums are judged on their own, and then we judge them by here. It's
Right.
like
It's-
Top Gear formula.
Rules are rules.
Rules are rules. Jeremy Clarkson sanded this out way back when.
Yep.
Yes, that's right.
All
Back
right.
in 2000.
Good job, Billy Talent.
Yeah,
job.
good job.
Yeah.
Surprisingly.
Surprisingly.
So. Okay. So,
All right.
Brett, you want to give us your pick for next Sunday?
Yeah. So it came out to 2 albums.
Okay.
And one of them I really don't want to do because the 2 songs we heard from it are garbage. Was Circus Survive's new album.
Okay.
I don't want to do that.
Okay. Then
And
no.
Okay.
so since Sunday is like the 12th or something like that, the 13th,
Okay.
something like that.
Yeah.
So we can pick from the 11s. So I'm going
It'll be
to.
rough, but we can do it.
It's 3 days. It's plenty of time for Frank Turner's. Was that?
Oh,
Frank?
you're gonna pick it.
I'm going to pick it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Frank
Yep.
Turner,
I'm
Frank
picking it.
Turner hardcore.
Wow.
'Cause
Yeah.
I also like Frank Turner.
Listen, two
Okay.
punk albums in 2 weeks.
See,
Look at that.
I thought you were gonna go either Comeback Kid or As It Is. Okay.
I don't know. As it is,
Yeah.
just that was boring for me, to be honest. And then Come Back Kid, we've heard so much of it. It's like,
Yeah, we've heard every single.
yeah.
And Frank Turner doesn't get the love he deserves.
Frank Turner, we don't listen to enough Frank Turner around here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm all about it.
Yep.
Chad, if you want to listen to Frank Turner with us, you can't because this is in the past. But if you were in the present, like Chad is right now, live on Twitch, you can do it right after this. Now, on Thursday, Throwback Day, we're doing Inner
Yes.
Shikari's debut album, Take to the Skies. Clap, clap, clap. They also weren't invited to the When We Were Young Fest. And
Just